Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is June 11th, 2021. This is episode 327. Today we're looking at Batman Zero Point Fortnite. I'm not sure which title we're supposed to go with here, but let's just pretend Batman for now. This is a DC comic. This is number 1, and it comes in a whopping $4.99. Now you might ask yourself, how did Indie Comics Jones get a copy of this? Well, this is actually the third printing. If you recall, when the first printing came out, they were in very short supply, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But it has gone on to make 2 more printings, and this is a third printing. I didn't pay $20. I didn't pay $120 on eBay. I got it for $4.99. I also had put in an advanced order saying I was just curious to see what this comic was all about, what the hoopla was, everything else. I do not play Fortnite. I have watched kids playing it, so I kind of like grasp what the game's about. And I think this was a very big missed opportunity for DC, even though they're selling tons of these, tons. The story in this just is not that strong. And we'll get into that some more as well. Now let's take a look at the cover real quick. We've got Batman and Catwoman, and I believe that's supposed to be Harley, and then some of these other characters that are also from the DC universe. I'm not sure. I'm not going to even try to guess who it is. It's like, because Harley's pretty stylized at that point as well. Now the reason I know it's Harley because she is actually in this. And we've got started out where James Gordon is talking to Batman here, and they've got this rift going on, this anomaly, and they're trying to evacuate Gotham, but some people are actually running towards this rift and going into it. Let's take a look real quick who worked on this. The concept, the story consultant was a Donald Mustard. The writer was Christos Gage. Pencils were Riley Brown. That's really small. Inks were Nelson Fard de Castro. And colors were John Calise. Letters were by End World Design. And the cover was by Mikel Janan. So I think I said that right, or Hanan, maybe. Okay, so there you get your cover again. So we got this rift going on. Batman goes in to investigate, and as he does, he sees Harley ready to jump on in. She wants to check it out as well. Shoots at Batman. He misses it, but then she goes ahead and just jumps in anyway. So while Batman's checking out the rift, taking readings and things, he can't really find anything. And this was a little confusing because it looks like that's a foot kicking him in there. So I don't know how someone got the jump on him or the drop on him. But I guess apparently he does. But then he talks about the gravitational pull is, pulling him in. So they never really say if that's somebody's foot or what. So that's one of the weird things in here. But he gets pulled inside the rift. His batarangs and Batgun grappling hook fail to catch on because of the gravitational pull, and everything goes black as we get this. At least we didn't get a full page of that like Image does. He wakes up in this land. There's a storm raging all the way around the countryside. He uses his grappling hook to get away from the storm, but he suddenly realizes he doesn't know who he is. We get Stargirl Spring Break number 1, Jeff Johns. Okay. And suddenly he's attacked from behind, but he knows that he has skills, and he knows that the person attacking him also has skills. So it's this kind of back and forth. He tries to speak, can't speak. So he doesn't know who he is. He can't speak. And he continues on with this fighting this guy with all this equipment on him. And he knows that he's trained as well. So part of the game, though, is, to me, you know who you are when you're dropped into this game. And I think the setup on this is just weird. They could have done so many different things. Like, it could have been a challenge from outer space. It could have been a challenge from some scientist somewhere, saying, I want the 50 best people to go in there and fight. But instead, we get this, I don't know who I am. I don't know what's going on. It's not very engaging, not very immersive. Okay, the latest death metal trade packs. So Batman continues on here. He's just kind of moving along. He's getting shot at. He's dodging bullets. He still doesn't really know what's going on. Justice League Last Ride with Chip Zdarsky. 7-issue series on that. And then we get this shot where just a total melee. And this is where he thinks he's gone mad. I'm getting mad just reading this. Legends of the Dark Knight here, Derek Robertson, May 2021. So that's already passed. So maybe that's a trade. So he continues to fight on. Then suddenly he realizes that he recognizes someone, or he thinks he recognizes. He's not quite sure because he doesn't remember anything other than he knows how to fight, and that's about it. He doesn't remember his name. Batman the Detective, April. That should have already been out. I'm assuming that's a Tom Taylor trade paperback. And he spots Catwoman here. And she seems to recognize him as well. So they're going into this fight. I'm not sure who these people are. It looks like there's maybe some super villains going on, but it's just a melee. But for some reason, Batman and Catwoman are not fighting each other. Never really fully explained, other than that they kind of recognize each other, and he talks about perhaps we were partners or colleagues, friends, lovers, as somehow they shake hands. I'm not sure. Wonder Girl #1, I did review this. It's a not recommend. And they fight side by side and back to back, and suddenly it's just down to the two of them. That's all that's left after the final struggle here, and the storm closes in on them. And we get the RWBY Justice League #1. Reviewed that. That was a not recommend. It's nothing like the RWBY that I'm accustomed to. And it's just the two. They smile at each other, and the storm kind of takes over. And in the to be continued, well, it's going to be, I think it's a 6-issue set. And there is a code in here. I'll show you that. Here's a Festival of Heroes real quick. And there's your code for this. I'm obviously not going to activate it. I'll be selling it back to the store with the code intact. And this gives you, I guess, a Harley Quinn outfit or skin or something like that for your characters. Okay, it says codes expire on May 1st, 2025. So this is good for about 4 more years before that goes away. And an ad for Superman and Lois. So the story itself, not compelling. Black Lightning, CW. That's why it's not going to get the Indie Comics Jones good excavating seal of approval. Nope, not this time. It's given out only by Indie Comics Jones on this channel. So thanks for stopping by and listening to my review. As a collector, I don't know. I really don't know if you'd want to collect this. Like I said, the story is weak. You'd expect more for $5, but I understand they're throwing in a skin that's probably cost $5 if you buy a game online as well. Okay, so please like, please subscribe, please leave comments, and we'll see you next time with the Temple Tomes. I've got a ton of more reviews to do. And I'm dropping subscribers like crazy, so I'm not sure if everybody's hating my reviews. I don't think I've recommended anything for a while here, but you can definitely skip this unless you're a Fortnite player. Then maybe you want to get the skin. Okay, take care, everybody. This is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes bidding you adieu.